What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Logic Pro X tutorial video. So Mobb Deep was a really famous hip-hop group, uh, and one of their members, Prodigy, recently passed away due to complications because of sickle cell anemia, I believe. And I just wanted to do a tribute to Prodigy, so I have this acapella here, and I have it already in time at 92 BPM, and you can find out what tempo acapellas are supposed to be at by searching on the internet and things like that. But this is it.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap.
So that's the acapella, and basically we're just gonna build a beat around it, and yeah, that's it. So I'm just gonna slide this over a little bit so we can have a bit of an intro. Okay, guys, so I paused real quick, and I just want to play a quick sample for you of the end result. That way, you guys know if you want to stick around or not. So here it is, and hope you enjoy. Peace.
The saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. They kind of D's trying to make breeze of guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses to take hostage. Your whole setup from the ground up. We lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics.
Oh.
Yo.
Let's zoom in a little bit. I want this back here. Right there.
Yo, the saga begins.
Perfect. Okay, so we're just gonna start building a beat, and we're gonna use this acapella. So another thing you can do is if you have the BPM of the song, is you can actually try to find the key of the song by just looking up, say, key of Frontlines Hell on Earth. Let's see if it comes up. If it doesn't come up, that's not that big of a deal. But this is just a good way so you can stay. It says it's in a key of G minor at 92 BPM. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to stay in the key of G minor just because it's just simpler. Like, to go outside of the key creates tension and is definitely serves a purpose. But specifically in this, we want to go along with what the acapella already has to bring to the song. So we're going to start in the key of G minor. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load up Alchemy, and we're going to get like some sort of keys or piano or something like that. If it wants to load, I would really appreciate that. There we go. Let's go to keys, acoustic. Let's try piano, actually. Let's try ice piano. That's a weird sound. Nah, not what I'm looking for. Let's try old time radio. It's not really... I want it to sort of ring out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to turn up the decay. Perfect. Okay, so we have this nice signal. I'm going to blend it with the bright version a little bit. Okay, so that's great. And then, so now that we have a piano, I'm going to turn that up a little bit. We're going to go to MIDI effects. We're going to go to chord trigger. Oh, MIDI effects, chord trigger. And we're going to find something that we like. Let's go to keyboard voicing. So we can do songwriter left hand and then pull it up a little bit. We'll pull it up to like here. Okay, something like that. I'm kind of just messing around at this point, but we'll see what we want. So let's go over some music theory here for a second. So these, if you'll notice, every time I play something, it's in the key of C major, which is all the white keys. C major is actually the same as A natural minor. And since this song is in G natural minor, and for some reason it didn't switch over, G natural minor, we want to make sure that this A turns into a G. So we're going to count from A down, A to G sharp to G. So we need to go down 2 steps. So you'll notice if we go down 2 steps now, so I'm just trying to pick a chord progression here. So now it's in the scale of G minor because we transposed it down 2 semitones. Yeah, that's what I want. So let's record that in. I'm gonna solo this this track. We're gonna record. That's brilliant. I love when I mess up. It's okay. We can go into MIDI and edit it. So double click, go down to here. If you're wondering why, I don't know if you guys noticed, but my down here is usually white for me. I had a bit of a issue with Logic, so I had to reset my preferences. So that's why it's dark like this. If you want to know how to get it white, you just go to Logic, Preferences, Display. Then you go to Editors, Piano Roll, Bright Background, and there you go. There it is. Yeah, so anyway, let's continue. Shift backslash to make all the notes, shift backslash to make all the notes extend to each other. Oh, this is only 3 bars, that's why it's not working. That's why it doesn't sound correct. Okay, let's listen. This is going to be like the core of our beat. Oh, whoops. I'm going to hit Command R and duplicate it over. Perfect. So now this should be a nice drawn out chord progression. Just listening for any discrepancies. Perfect, that's perfect. So let's save the project Prodigy Tribute. We're going to save it to the Logic folder on my external drive. Okay, so anyway, we have that. We have a nice chord to our sound. Let's load up another sound. I kind of want like a big, wide electric piano. So let's go to vintage electric piano. I think the bright MK2 blackface pans back and forth, Mark II. If I unsolo, that is. Yeah, that's kind of what I want, except for not that extreme. That one's good. That's more subtle. Let's try White Suitcase, though. No, I like the White Suitcase, yeah. Okay, so let's add in the chord trigger again. Let's go to multi keyboard voicings, songwriter left hand, drag it up a little bit, and transpose it down 2. So now, if we copy this down, it should be the same. Why is it so loud? That was not what I intended. What happened to the alchemy patch? Just died on me. Huh. Actually, I kind of like that. Is that weird that I like that glitchy kind of sound? I kind of like that. Let's drop an EQ on it. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's loosen up the EQ a little bit, cut out some of the lows so we don't have too much mud. So that's going to be our final position. I'm going to open up the EQ over time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to drag this out to 8 bars. Check it. I grew up. Fuck, screw up. Wait, let's listen to this real quick. Yo, no, that's not what I wanted. I want the yo on the... Perfect. Okay, so we're going to continue. Let's drag this electric piano over. Let's Command A. No, you know what we can do? Rather than shift the whole thing down, which will change the chord trigger, we can go to here, and now that it's at -12, we'll put it at -14. So minus an octave, then -2. Nice subtle piano. Boom. That's the same sound, so I'm going to drag it up to have a more of a higher tone. Same chord, I mean, not same sound. We'll leave that at -3 decibels. That really fills in the sound, that electric piano. So now we need some sort of melody that can go on top. But for now, let's arrange a little bit. Actually, no, let's do the melody first. So let's, first of all, I kind of want some, like, stabs from the orchestra. So we're going to go to brass ensemble staccato. So first of all, let's go over here. So I have this nifty plugin. You guys probably don't have it because it's not very well known. But basically, chord trigger, right? You have your chord trigger, if I can open it. And basically, there's no way to get these notes down over here. Well, I have this plugin that we can freeze over here, where that lets us freeze. Sorry, I gave it away by saying freeze. That lets us freeze. If it'll let me. There we go. That lets us freeze the MIDI notes. So basically what we can do is we can go back to the beginning. We can hit record. Perfect. And then you can drag the MIDI over. And then voila, look it. We have the MIDI notes that were just from the chord trigger. So now we can bring those up to the brass section. But I'm going to bring that up quite a few octaves. Maybe bring the top down. Or actually just delete the top. Just adding overlaying that over there. Let's listen again. Bum bum bum. Wait, let's listen again. Let's listen. I'm gonna get rid of these notes. Let's try one more time. Trying to add some like overlying tones to create a more interesting melody. Bum, bum. Perfect. Let's listen real quick. That's good. I like this. Let's add some reverb. Oh, and then I gotta copy this some of it. Yeah, I forgot to copy this MIDI information down. So let's go back to the white suitcase, back to the MIDI freeze. We're going to go here. We're going to hit record. No, we're going to clear first. Hit record. Nope, not what we wanted. Clear. I want to undo the region select. Perfect. Let's drag that down. Drag it back up. Get rid of the MIDI channel, and let's click in over here. Let's listen real quick to make sure everything's in order. Okay, so now that we got everything in order, we got all our instruments, before we move on to the drums, I want to arrange it a little bit just to see how it sounds. If it sounds good or bad, or if we need to change something. First of all, I'm going to get rid of this for now, for the beginning. And I'm going to delete these. And I'm going to automate the channel EQ high cut frequency to turn snap automation on to slowly open up to the position that it's in now. Automation curve tool and curve a little bit.
Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down low.
And we're clipping a little bit, so I'm just going to throw a limiter on the master. I hate doing this, but I'm just going to do it just so that there's no like video distortion or whatever. Usually I don't care, but just so that there's no problems.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. They kind of D's, trying to make breeze of guns toss.
Really
If full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostages. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know it, what's the topic? 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street over some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them off, well done me. Then said 22 slug to your head. Travel all the way down to your leg. Hey yo, this hell on earth.
Let's listen. This is like the breakdown.
Hey, travel all the way down to your leg.
Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, it's right in front of your eyes. Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, yo, it's right in front of your eyes. We rep.
Perfect, and then it'll drop back into the main section. Okay, so now it is time for these drums. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the EXS24 sampler because I have some drums in the EXS24 sampler. We're going to go down to kicks. I don't know which one I want. We'll try out a few of them. Yeah, I kind of want scoop, but let's try. No, not Lex kick. Actually, this has less low end, and I kind of want that because we're going to drop in an 808. So, yeah, let's stick with this one. But we're going to go down to J instead of K. Okay, so, sorry, I didn't mean to X that out. Let's lay down a bit of a kick pattern. I know most people don't start with a kick, but I don't know. It's kind of my thing. I feel like the kick really drives the track, and so I don't understand why people do that last. But, I mean, whatever works, right? So record and let's do a kick pattern. Wait, my metronome isn't on. One more time. Perfect. Let's go down to here, Command A, Q to quantize, and let's listen. Actually, I like the other kick. Let's try the other one. Perfect. Yeah, this is more along the speed of what I was thinking of. Let me just grab a cord from my computer real quick. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it, boys. Yeah, this is a good kick pattern. So let's add a snare. So I'm going to double click, go to the EXS24 sampler again, stereo. I'm going to close out the piano roll. And we're going to click here, and we're going to do old school snares, because I have a bunch of snares in here. Oh, it's muted. Whoops. Kind of like that one. C1 maybe. Yeah, I like this one better. It has more high end. Okay. So we're going to lay down a snare pattern. So let's record. I'm going to solo the kick and the snare. And let's record. Huh, kind of screwed that up at the end. But let's add a snare drum here. Perfect. Let's drag the snare over. Q to quantize, shift backslash to extend. We're going to have to EQ the snare a lot. Oh, wait, this isn't quantized. That's why it's not working. Apple Q to quantize, shift backslash. Yeah, and we're just going to get rid of this last kick. Perfect. Close out the piano roll. We're going to have to EQ the snare a lot. Hmm. Oh, this is the master. Whoops, that's why it was coming up like that. Okay, so first of all, let's get rid of all the low end on the snare. Not all the low end, I guess. Around 5K is the high end. We're gonna increase the Q, boost it up to maybe 5, 3 actually. And then over around here is where the smack is. This snare is really weak. I just can't. Let's go back to the EXS24 sampler. No, actually, all we have to do is go down to here, Command A, Shift Option, up until we get to the better snare. Oh, these snares are so weak. Let's try layering. Let's layer a couple snares. So what if we layer it with another one? And then what we can do is, if you drop down this menu, you can nudge things by ticks. So we're going to go to tick, and we're going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, nudge it backwards. We're going to select all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, nudge it forwards. Actually, more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Select all of these. 1. Actually, I don't want it too far behind, so let's just move this. And move this one by like 10 ticks. Let's get that kick back in here. Right there seems a good place for a snare. Let's try a little bit forward. And then extend these notes so they don't cut off like that. Keep. Okay. So now, if we unsolo this,
Saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, brush the doors. They kind of D's, trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostages. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we like Saga begins.
actually I'm going to add
I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, brush the doors. They kind of D's, trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostages. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we like Saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, brush the doors. They kind of D's, trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostages. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we like Saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, brush the doors. They kind of D's, trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostages. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we like Saga begins.
So let's process the snare a little bit.
Begin
Since,
war. I'll draw first blood, be the
not
first
exactly
to
where we
set
want
it
to
all. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away yours, we do jokes, rush the doors. They kind of D's, time to make breeze of guns tours. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we like saga begins. Begin war, I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My calls, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away yours, we do jokes, rush the doors. They kind of D's, time to make breeze of guns tours. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we like saga begins. Begin war, I'll draw first.
That's good. Okay, I like that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to let's listen to it, and then we'll decide what else we need to add. I'm gonna turn off the metronome.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war, I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My calls, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away yours, we do jokes, rush the doors. They kind of D's, time to make breeze of guns tours. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we like shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts, for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know what's the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strike.
Okay, compressor, -20. Ratio, infinite fast attack. Release, 0.1, couple seconds. So it's like 2 seconds, I guess.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war, I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My calls, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away yours, we do jokes, rush the doors. They kind of D's, time to make breeze of guns tours. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Yo,
Okay.
saga begins. Begin war, I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My calls, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away yours, we do jokes, rush the doors. They kind of D's, time to make breeze of guns tours. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we like shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts, for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know what's the topic. 9 pound. Yo, the saga begins. Begin war, I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it all. My calls, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away yours, we do jokes, rush the doors. They kind of D's, time to make breeze of guns tours. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we like shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts, for niggas pop shit.
And then we're gonna drop this back in right here. I want it to kind of cut out and then come back in.
Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts, for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know what's the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike.
Right there, I want to cut out some of the
Your nigga know what's the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street over some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them off, well done me. Then said 22 slug in your head. Travel all the way down to your leg.
Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next?
Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts, for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know what's the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street over some beef that was
Perfect. Let's listen from the beginning. So this is going to be a bit of a longer session because I completely started from scratch, but hopefully you guys are enjoying.
topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for pacing or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street over some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them off, well done me. Then said 22 slug to your head. Your nigga know it was the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for pacing or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose.
That's good, that's good. Okay, so now we need to add the hi-hats. Let's add another EXS24 sampler. And find my hi-hats.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away jaws, we do jokes, rush the doors. Here come the D's, trying to make breeze of guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know it, what's the topic? 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for pacing or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites.
Perfect. I'm gonna command... No, Shift R, sorry, what am I saying? I was like, I forgot the command for a second. To capture record. And we're gonna go to the hi-hats because I was kind of off. Double click on that. And Command A and quantize it to a 16th note. And let's listen.
Yo, the saga begins.
And I want one solo snare right at the end here. So let's zoom in.
Yo, the saga.
Wait, what was that? Why was there? Oh, perfect. Let's get rid of that one. Huh, that's weird. Let's just cut out these and then bring this over.
Yo, the saga begins.
Wait, I screwed it up. Okay, let's delete this. Bring this all the way over here. And then trim this back so that there's only one snare hit. Do. Perfect.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war.
Like
I draw first blood, be the first to set it on. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away jaws, we do jokes, rush the doors. Here come the D's, trying to make breeze of guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know it, what's the topic? 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street over some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them off, well done me. Then said 22 slug to your head. Travel all the way down to your leg.
Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, it's right in front of your eyes. Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you,
Just
yo,
adjusting your
it's right in
arrangement a
front
little
of your
bit.
eyes. We rep the QBC, nigga rep yours, it's all love. Millie stack bound, heavily guarded by hollow tip slugs. Been cracked down, don't wanna be thugs. Adapt the gas down, then bow down. Slow the fuck up, see how
Needs to trim one bar and come back. Okay.
Saga begins. begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's trying to make breeze and guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know what's the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street. Hoping some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them off, well done me. Then said 22 slug to your head. Travel all the way down to your leg.
Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is front line, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you,
This is where the 808
it's right in
will be
front
really
of your
fun.
eye. Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is front line, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, yo, it's right in front of your eye. We rep the QBC, nigga rep yours, is all love. Really stacked down, heavily guarded by how tips look.
I'm not sure if this is in tune, so let's pull up a piano real quick. We can just go to the white suitcase. Yeah, it's in tune. Okay, so we need to figure out a hi-hat pattern. I think G might be about where a hi-hat pattern. 808 pattern. Let's just solo the acapella and maybe this.
Saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, some team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus hit bosses and
Okay.
saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's trying to make.
Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so let's add the 808 in. Let's record something.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws.
Well, that was terrible. Let's try that one more time.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, some team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know what's the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and
Perfect. Okay, so first of all, we need to quantize the hell out of that because I was way off. And then shift option, bring it down.
saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, some team will go at your main source.
And we're going to go into the 808. We're going to go to the EXS24 sampler. We're going to turn on mono. And we're going to turn the glide up.
Saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, some team will go at your main guns toss. In full force, some team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup from the ground up, we lock. Saga begins. shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck
just
up your
listening to
optics.
808 pattern,
Switch
I
the
would
kill
say.
instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know it was the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose.
Perfect. So let's close the piano roll. First of all, we need to compress this 808, so let's go to solid dynamics. Compressor, we'll probably go minus like 12. Turn the ratio up quite a bit. Fast attack. Release up a little bit. Let's listen.
Yo, the saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's, trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, some team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostages. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so now let's unsolo. Let's add some sort of saturation to this 808 because we do need some saturation. Let's keep the lows, crank up the saturation a little bit.
Saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's, trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostages. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch the kill instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know it was the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street over some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them off, well done me. Then said 22 slug to your head. Travel all the way down to your leg.
Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is frontline, and the enemy is one
This
time.
sounding great,
I ain't
guys.
gotta tell you, it's right in front of your eye. Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, yo, it's right in front of your eye. We rep the QBC, nigga rep yours, this is all love. Millie stack bound, heavily guarded by hollow tips, love can crack down. I wanna be thugs, I got the gas down, then bow down, slow the fuck.
And with that, guys, I think I'm gonna leave you. We created a track in it took us a long ass time, but we created a complete track just from a Mobb Deep acapella, some tempo and key information. That was it. And we created a whole thing. We made it, boys. I'm gonna post this to my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/tutsandbeats, TUTS and beats. And yeah, the finished version will be on there. This tutorial is gonna be going up probably today or tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Friday. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Rip Prodigy, and keep creating, guys. Together, we can create. Peace out, and bye.
Begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take it with jaws, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's, trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostages. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch the kill instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know it was the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patience or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose strikes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street over some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them off, well done me. Then said 22 slug to your head. Travel all the way down to your leg.
Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, it's right in front of your eye. Hey yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The project is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, yo, it's right in front of your eye. We rep the QC, nigga rep yours, it's all love. Really stack down, heavily guarded by hollow tips, love. They crack down, I wanna be thugs, adapt the gas down and bow down. Slow the fuck up, see how I foul now. Articulate, hitting body parts and start shifting shit. Never hesitate, it's the rap game unlimited. Sign my roster, we can do this, forever infinite. They reminisce, 20 years later how we was getting it. Either with me, go against the grain, you better hit me. Legging me, you're robbing me, niggas better body me. Cause it's a small world of niggas talking like bitches. Bitches singing like snitches, pointing you out with bitches. Cause she rep the beauty scene faithfully. Player hating me, all that bullshit is just making me more the better. To concentrate on eating cheddar. Your shorty set you up, you better deader. I told you, take a mold you, son you, then I hold you. Like a pimp mind control you, double legs blow you. In the B.I. like I'm supposed to. The click is coastal, international, you local. Bacardi mix, physically fixed. Hit you with shit that'll leave a loose nigga stiff, properly fixed. Son, I solved them, pulled them in my world and involved them.